We are back.
We bike.
Another episode of the Mitchell Hour podcast.
Yeah. Welcome back.
How's everything been going, man?
Everything's been pretty good. Can't complain, man. Not too bad. I'm good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
How about you?
Everything good, man. You know?
Right. Pusha.
Yeah. What I've heard so far, man, the joint is pretty good, man. Pretty good.
It's getting better and better every time I play it, so I'm fucking with it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite? You say your favorite is what's it called?
Call My Bluff.
Call My Bluff. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, man. I just want to know, what's up with Drake?
I knew you was gonna ask that.
Like throwing shots this late.
Yeah.
And honestly, other than some Drake stands, everybody's like, yo, Pusha already won, so
right.
Why are you doing this so late? How you feel about it?
I mean, it's probably why he's doing it, because he feels like he needs to like level the playing field or try to get back, some points, because he took a L, and he probably feels like, he don't feel good about it.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. I don't think Pusha's going to say anything, but I don't know. He's kind of he surprised me with the whole song he made. So who knows, man? He might do it. He might say something again if he squashed it though.
Yeah,
but
I think Push is dealing with a lot, because you saw that interview he did with Charlamagne.
Nah.
Yeah, man. He's Push has been on a press run, man. He's been everywhere, and he did a really in-depth interview with Charlamagne, man. Push was like crying and shit, like talking about his parents. Did you know he lost his parents 4 months apart? He lost his mom, then 4 months later he lost his dad.
Nah.
Yeah, so he was just talking about a whole lot of other shit.
This is recent time?
Recent. I'm talking about probably like a week. You know what I'm saying? Like a week ago.
Like the death.
Oh, yeah. I don't even think it's been a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was talking about his that dude that went on Vlad, like talking crazy and shit like that about him. I think that's what Brambleton was about, the first song on the album.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you need to watch it, man. It's a lot of good information he put out, and I think he's in the space right now where I don't think he needs to say anything, honestly, because it would probably go a little bit harder than the story of Adidon. What I think.
Man, I just wish that beef would have just kind of followed through and finished up, man. It's like unfinished to me.
Yeah, I think it would have turned out.
Drake didn't really go in like the response. We didn't get a response because Jay Prince.
He did the whole Duppy freestyle joint. You don't remember the Duppy freestyle?
I remember that name.
Yeah, I mean,
was that after the Adidon song, or was it before?
I think it was after.
It was a response.
Yeah, it was the Duppy freestyle.
I felt like there was no response, and I felt like that it got squashed, and Jay Prince jumped in and like stopped the whole thing. Am I confusing something?
You could be right, but I remember the Duppy freestyle was just out there, and then but regardless of anything, I think we both agree who will come out on top.
I mean, I lean towards Push. Yeah.
Exactly.
But Drake, he surprised me with the back-to-back song against Meek.
Okay. But I want you to put that back-to-back song against what Push put out.
Yeah, but I think that
makes the back-to-back so soft.
Yeah, I feel
you.
But he might be playing towards to the opponent. Like, he playing down to the level. Like, he didn't have to go kill that nigga. Like, maybe he, felt like I don't have to do a lot.
He dealing with a different animal though. Like Meek Mill is not Push. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he did a back-to-back club song, pretty much.
I don't think he's capable of doing anything else. Like I fuck with Duppy.
Yeah,
I really do. But this is where, and I don't want to go off on a tangent, but this is where I get a little irritated with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like anybody that you and I have been listening to the clips since fucking we were young kids.
Forever.
And they were really doing what they were fucking talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you got Drake, who's never been in that type of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who was like an actor
and
coming out acting like he's a certain way. But now that he got money, and he's affiliated with certain people, he's talking tough.
Right,
And
right.
I just really don't understand how you trying to call somebody else's bluff. Well, it's documented that the people he was fucking with got fed time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like real fed time. And was in a wheelchair on Degrassi
Right.
for years.
Yeah.
And, now that you got a little bit of money, you talking this mob tie shit.
Right.
And I just don't understand how he can come off as arrogant as he is, and people say he is the best rapper ever.
It's true what you say, but we've always talked about that. You don't have to live what you talk about as long as the content is what it is. Like you can be a fucking CEO and shit and still be regarded as great.
But no, I feel you, and I guess this just goes down to music being subjective and people have their opinions. But I mean, Rick Ross makes really good music,
As is Drake.
and yes, but Drake his music is not as good as Rick Ross's, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's an interesting conversation.
And in my opinion, and I feel that Drake, fuck it, let's do it. If you look at this whole situation with Young Money, Cash Money, right?
Yeah.
The only one that's really staying consistent and doing what they do musically is Wayne.
Wayne,
Like,
okay.
I don't know, you probably haven't seen it. Like I said, man, with my job, I'm on social media all the time, YouTube all the time. And Nicki put out that song with Fabio.
Yeah.
Fabio.
Right.
And the song didn't go hard. I didn't fuck with it at
Me either.
all, right?
Yeah.
So she puts out a video and she's like, she's like, run it up. It just came out like a day or two ago.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
She's like, run it up. If you don't do it, I'm going to push the album back.
Okay.
Don't make me do this. She was like talking kind of crazy to her fans, right? And then she's twerking. Like, that's what she does. I get it.
Right.
But
wanna
like,
see that.
it's almost like she knows that her time is up, and she's kind of like begging fans, right? Drake, his music, yes, he sold a lot of records and everything, but his music is not what it used to be.
Okay.
And
True.
he put out an album with pregnant bitches emojis on there, and it was mid. It was mid.
True.
And Lil Wayne is coming out. He's stronger, man. Like the fucking verses that he's been doing. He just had released a song with Jim Jones. He's doing what he needs to do. But I feel like his two biggest artists are really kind of falling, but not falling off, but just falling back and not as popular. And the music is not as good as it used to be.
Got you. Okay. So the joint got 2.8 million views in 2 days. So it's a pretty good clip. 2 million in almost 3 million.
Right.
I have to check it out though. But yeah, you're right.
But I like Fabio Foreign, and I like Little Baby, and just like Drake, she's jumping on these little trends and fads and shit. And the song with Little Baby wasn't it, and the song with Fabio wasn't it.
He got a song with City Girls and Nicki Minaj. Damn, he picked the right ones.
Fabio?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
2 weeks ago, he dropped a video with City Girls. I haven't seen none of this shit. I need to catch up.
Either. I downloaded the album, but I haven't listened to it yet.
Okay.
It just
Cola Ray too. God damn.
I mean, everybody's saying the album is good, but I really can't trust people's opinions, because if you're like you got a little buzz, everybody's going to say that it's a good album. Nobody's really going to tell the truth anymore. So I guess I'll check it out.
So you saying that Lil Wayne's the only one that's really being consistent on? I would say consistent is hard to say, because he's been for the longest inconsistent. I would say like 10 years of inconsistency. The whole 2010s, he was like kind of like fighting with Birdman. But now lately, yeah, he's back on his shit. He got his money back. I guess he got his shit right, and he got his contract situated. But
yeah, I'm just talking about
lately,
like, musically, like just his verses has been really potent,
lately,
and he's been and he's been doing what he needs to do. And I feel like, and you and I talked about this like when we did the Hove versus Wayne shit.
Yeah.
And we saying that Wayne was kind of like a little whore. You know what I'm saying? He would jump
Yeah.
on everybody's shit.
True.
But he doesn't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And he's really been fucking with spitters and actually rapping.
True.
But I'm gonna say this though. When he was being a whore, it was working for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was hot
It's
until it wasn't.
I guess it's working for Drake because in people's eyes, Drake can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Nicki, it's not working for her.
Yeah.
Coi Leray, Little Baby, and Fabio, those are three of the hottest people right now.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not working for her.
Yeah. It's right. It's true. She's been struggling for a while,
She's
man.
grasping for straws. Like she's coming out telling her fans, like, and personally, what's that term that everybody says she's down bad right now?
Down bad.
She's not looking good, man. Like when I saw her, and I guess it's just the context, the way I look at it, and what I saw her put out, the tweet, and then I saw her like twerking afterwards. It's almost like she's begging people to come and do shit for her.
It's like, I think we talked about this, but it's like ever since the Safari thing ended, her career kind of declined. I feel like that was the point.
Yeah.
That she kind of just started to get shaky with her.
Yeah. And I was never really a fan of her music, so I guess I'm a little biased. And I was talking to somebody, and they was like, you just don't really fuck with female hip-hop. Anybody that really, really knows me, like, that's not really true.
Right.
Like, I just never really fuck with Nicki like that.
Yeah.
You know? Now let's get to the Tory Lanez versus Meg Thee Stallion shit where he got arrested
Right.
for tweeting and shit. Nothing else.
Yeah.
You got arrested for tweeting. Now it's a whole
That's
bunch
why?
of,
I thought it was like a restraining order.
yeah, like restraining order.
type.
Then he was like he's saying things about her on Twitter and stuff like that. Like at least that's according to the court documents that DJ Academics at, right?
Okay.
So, but she puts out a song. Did you listen to it? I sent you the little clip.
Meg?
Yeah.
No.
She a lot of people are saying this about Tory.
Okay. What she was saying?
Personally, I feel like it's about Tory and Moneybagg Yo.
Okay.
More Moneybagg Yo
Why?
than Tory. The reason I say that is just like the things that she was saying. I can't remember everything, but I'm just remembering my first impressions when I heard the track.
Right.
I feel like she's talking about both of them, but it is some things about Tory, right? But this is what I'm not understanding.
What's her beef with Moneybagg Yo?
I don't really think it's a beef with Moneybagg Yo. She's just saying, like, that bitch want to be me. She's never going to be me. She never do the things that I've did and all this type of shit. Now, if Tory don't really post himself with a lot of chicks, right? Moneybagg Yo does. And Ari is thick, just like Meg Thee Stallion, and they kind of almost look similar. You know what I'm saying? So I think it wasn't a diss. I think she's just talking shit about her exes.
Oh, okay.
And you know what she does. What was she at? Like the Grammys, or not the Grammys, some award show, and she was up there shaking her ass, and then she says Black women empowerment shit. And that's what she did at the like mid song. I'm not gonna lie. I don't fuck with her music, but that shit go kind of hard though.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, yeah, girl, this is women empowerment. You know what I'm saying? When niggas do what's wrong, we got to stand up for ourselves. It was like that type of shit.
Right.
And I feel like she's a kind of a clown for doing that, right? It's like you talk a lot of shit in the song. You talk about fucking and sucking, and you twerk.
Yeah.
And then the beat Jodeci and Wu-Tang.
Oh, yeah. I need to hear this, man. I've been hearing about this.
She just stops and just like women empowerment shit. Let me see if I can.
I've been hearing about this.
I play that shit. I'm not gonna lie, dog. Like she kind of rode the beat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She was actually, she was doing it though, man. I can't really hate. The only thing that I hated was she was rapping. She was doing it. Then all of a sudden, she just stopped rapping and just started shaking her ass. And I'm just like, okay, did you forget a bar or something?
That's what works. I'm gonna hit mute.
But look though, man, I'm telling you, this shit was really good. Well, I'm not gonna say really good, but it was decent though. I think it's one of the best shits she put out so far.
I think the problem with Nicki now is that she kind of fell back, and then there's a lot more competition for her to deal with now. It's not like back in the day when it's just like two girls fighting each other, like Kim and Foxy.
But she's going at Ruby Rose. Now, I never really listened to Ruby Rose, but she was on some radio show, and they asked her, like, does a man have to make the same amount of money as you? And she was like, no, but I don't want to just be the breadwinner. Mm-hmm. And she said, well, if Nicki does it, I guess it'll be okay for me. That was it. Saying that, like, her boyfriend or husband now he's not the breadwinner. It was nothing disrespectful. And, like, Nicki went the fuck off with some tweet and shit. Okay. It's just, all right, here we go right here.
Okay.
Believe I used to fuck with you, poppin' playing bees, cause I ain't playing to be stuck with you. Damn, I see you still kick it with them bitches. I'm the only reason that your goofy ass got bitches. All them hoes wanna look like me, bitch, most likely. Only fucking you just to spite me, but please don't get it twisted. I ain't tripping. I never put my faith in a nigga, bitch. I'ma die independent. If you was wondering, boy, I'm still that bitch. I had to block you, but you still gotta watch this shit. Cause who the fuck rock it like me? No bra, tight tee, slick back ponytail, feeling like I'm iced tea. You know I suck it good, real hood, real wake up. You know her head weak if she ain't fucking up her makeup. Damn, I can't believe I used to let you fuck me. I'd rather be in jail before I broke up. Ladies, love yourself, cause this shit could get ugly. That's why as fuck niggas get money. And I don't give a fuck if that nigga leave.
Y'all wouldn't even know that was her if I heard that song.
Switched it up.
That's a whole different style.
And it sounds really good.
Yeah, I like that style.
But let me ask you this,
it's like a different person.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's podcast is about self-accountability and double standards when it comes to men and women.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
If the stuff that's been coming out lately about, like, Tory and her case been kind of leaning towards Tory.
Like being what? Guilty?
Being not guilty. Mm-hmm. DNA being found inconclusive. They did the DNA test, the gun residue testing on her friend.
Right.
They found it on her. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's looking good for Tory.
Yeah.
So if it comes out that she was lying, and now even the videos that she's been putting, like, not the videos, but the tweets she's been putting out, like, I was shot. Mm-hmm. But y'all got to remember, I was shot. Y'all making this and about jokes and the blogs and stuff like this. Like, she's not saying that Tory shot her anymore. Now she's switching it to I was shot.
Yeah, who shot you?
So
Tory should do a Biggie remake of Who Shot You.
Oh, his career would be over. Did that shit. So my question to you is, will she be held accountable for lying if it's all the evidence points that he did not do it? Is she going to be held accountable, or are people just going to let it go off like it was nothing? Because I feel like it goes back and forth. 1 minute it's like, oh no, fuck that bitch, she lying, and then when she drops, and shit was kind of hot though, but when she drops some shit like that, people just forget about it. Will she be held accountable?
You know, part of me wants to say no, a big part of me,
right?
Because I think that's just the way it's going to be.
Right.
But I hope that she does. If that's the case, if she's, guilty and lying, and, that's just the worst thing about the initial announcement of something is always it gets the most attention. And the apology or whatever comes afterwards doesn't really get the attention. Like, you can be accused of some shit and everyone be like paying attention to the accusation. But if you get acquitted, people don't really pay attention to that. They pay attention to the whole initial
you're
thing.
already canceled from the initial, whatever blame or shit, the story that they put on you. You're just, in the court of public opinion, you're guilty. Mm-hmm. And then this has been dragging out. It's been over 2 years now. So and it's still, when some shit comes out, it's still like it takes over the airwaves. You know what I'm saying? It's big, right?
Yeah.
But let's be honest. How many men have went to jail or prison for some shit, or got really hurt for some shit that a woman lied about, right? But she comes out and she says that I lied, the man comes out of jail, comes out of prison, or sometimes they're in a casket and they can't do anything. And nothing happens to the female.
It's true shit. It's been happening since fucking slave times. White woman lying about getting raped by a black nigga.
Yeah, exactly. But I just feel like with nowadays, like, men are looked at a certain way when they try to fight back or when they try to say that they feel uncomfortable. Because I feel like now it's like, if a woman throws herself at you or something, like, you like deny or you're like, yo, you know, then they say you're gay. Like, I mean, it's so much but if a man comes on to a woman, it's like sexual harassment and it's just crazy. How do you feel about that?
I mean, of course it's not fair, but it's the truth. Like, you're supposed to want that and not deny it, even if you don't want it. She might be, you know, Baby D looking. You better be down for it. Right. Otherwise, you are gay, like you say, or I don't know, you get ridiculed or some shit.
I want to ask you a question. Like, give me, if you feel comfortable enough, give me an example of a time where you was put in an awkward situation with a woman.
Awkward situation
that you didn't give into the temptation.
Back probably when my second job at Giant, this girl, she was like kind of infatuated with me, and I was restocking and shit, and I went to the back to like get more supplies in the back whatever supply room, and it was dark, and she came behind me and like pushed me down and tried to fuck me, but I had to push her ass off and leave and shit. Right. I didn't want that shit. I wasn't with it, but that happened.
Yeah. Well, you and I kind of talked about this before, but I was working. This is my first job, actually. I was working at KFC. I'm not gonna say any names.
Yeah.
But she was a little infatuated with me, like you said, your chick was, and you know, every time I went somewhere, she followed. She was making like just comments and shit. So the bathroom at KFC on Smoketown Road, like you go into the men's bathroom, like you would lock it, but like when you first put your hand on the handle, you would think it was locked, but if you push it down all the way, it would pop open.
Okay.
So I went. I said, I'll be back. I'm going to the bathroom. So I go in the bathroom and I'm taking a piss, and I flush the toilet, whatever, pulling my pants up. Next thing I know, old girl just fucking broke in the bathroom and started like going crazy on my shit. And, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, get the fuck out of here. And I washed my hands, pulled up my pants, and left. And it's like, and it didn't even stop there. Like, we're outside. And it was, I ain't gonna lie, this part was a little my fault.
Okay.
Because she was like, yo, can you give me a ride? I was like, nah. So, well, it's dark out here. Don't leave me. I was like, all right, I'll wait for you. I'll wait till your aunt comes and pick you up.
Okay.
And nigga, next thing I know, this bitch is like pushing me down the concrete, like sitting on me and shit, like right on top of me. And it's just like, let's think about this.
Yeah.
Now, if the tables were turned and you walked in on her when she was in the supply room, dark, you would probably be in jail.
Yeah, if she wasn't with it.
But I feel like even if and the tables turned with me, I bust in the bathroom and did what I did, right? I feel like, but the crazy thing is, even if they're with it at the time, they can say that they wasn't with it later on.
Yeah.
And still bring you up on charges. But if a man says, I wasn't with it, they get laughed out of the fucking human resource office or wherever. Like, why is it like that?
Because it's like, you're a man. You should be able to control the situation with a girl and be able to tell her
but then
no.
that turns into something else, right? Like, some women are very, very, very aggressive.
Yes.
So it's just like, if you grab them up and you like pull them to the side, like, get off me.
Yeah.
They can still turn that shit on you. Like, he was very physically aggressive with me. So it's almost like I mean, there is a double standard.
Definitely.
And it's really, men are frowned upon. Now, Terry Crews' situation is a little different. That's a big ass nigga.
Yeah.
And he could have punched the shit out of Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
But I understand why he didn't. Powerful white dude, Hollywood. You hit him, your career is over. I don't know, man. I just like I've been through so many different situations. I've been taken to didn't have a car at the time. I was taken to one of the ladies I work with apartment, and she's like, "Oh, you can just sit here. We're gonna go back to the job. I just got to take a shower." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "All right." I'm sitting there. Next thing I know, she walked right past me, butt ass naked. I've been in situations where, you know, I'm sitting there and they say, "I only hired you because I want to fuck you."
Wow.
And I'm just, it kind of pisses me off a little bit, right? And yeah, some of these women I did fuck, some of them I didn't. But it's like, could you imagine being a man telling a female the only reason I hired you because I want to fuck you?
I mean, that happens.
It happens.
It happens a lot.
All right, I'm gonna tell you this story. It didn't happen to me, but it happened to somebody close to me.
Okay.
They were a human resource manager, and they was for a water company.
Okay.
They were about to retire, and I think in like 6 months to a year. And they went on a conference with, I think I told you this before. They went on a conference with this really, 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 really thick black chick.
Okay.
And she was always throwing it at him. I mean, like throwing it at him, you know. And it got to a point where she didn't even care. She was just like throwing at him in front of people. So they went on this little conference. And he got drunk. He got drunk, and he broke her off.
Okay.
I guess he didn't really talk to her after the fact. Guess what she did? Take a wild guess.
Sexual harassment.
Yes. She went, filed sexual harassment against him. Now, he didn't get fired.
He's an HR manager?
Yeah. He didn't get, no. Customer service manager.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't get fired. But what they did is they knocked him down to a customer service rep and had him retire on that salary.
Oh, man. That's
so, and the crazy thing about it, till this day, she still works there and still doing the same exact shit.
Really?
Fucking people she worked with, throwing that ass around and shit like that.
Yeah. Wow. Ruined his fucking retirement.
Nigga. From a
big money
customer service manager for over 20 years to knock down to a customer service rep and you had to retire on that salary.
That's significant loss of income. Fuck, man. Damn.
Yeah. It's a crazy world we live in. Have you ever been sexually harassed at a job other than what you told us, you shared?
Yeah, my first job was sexually harassed as a McDonald's. This lady, she was like 27, but I was like 15. She was a manager, and she told me that this is the first time I ever heard this. She was like, "I am physically attracted to you," some shit like that. I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "All right." Then she was like, she had a big old booty too. Right. She was like rub it against me and shit all the time, and she would like invite me to her house and tell me she need help moving and all this stuff.
And you were how old?
I was 15 and a half.
And she was how old?
Like 26.
Oh, that's some pedophile shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we actually went there one time and she was there. I like quit and we went there one time. But anyway, nothing ever came from that because I kind of like just blew her off and pushed her off, and I never went to her house, nothing like that. Even though she like tried to do it, I never did it, and I quit. I ended up going to Giant where I got harassed again. But nothing really came of that.
Were you harassed by a chocolate chick or a Giant, or that was somebody else?
A white girl.
A white girl. Okay. Wasn't we both kind of sexually harassed by crackhead at Walmart?
She was really on you. She wasn't really fucking with me.
But
she was focused on you.
It was both of us though.
Maybe I don't really remember her really focused on me. Right. You were the target, man.
Let's see here. I
forgot about her.
Okay. to not just to take some type of self accountability.
Okay.
Being sexually harassed at different jobs or whatever, did you ever give into the temptation?
Yeah.
Yes, I have too. Now, question is, after you gave into the temptation, did you regret it?
No, I did not. It was beneficial for me.
Okay. I would have to say that yes, I did regret it. Only because, like, at first, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you acting the way you acting. This happens.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, it was just, like, obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, people come just like, hey, Julius, what's going on with y'all? Like, why she acting like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like some women don't know how to just keep it a secret.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I kind of regretted it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, she was like, buy me stuff, buy my brother stuff. Like, it was really cool.
Yeah.
But she just kind of, I mean, she was really older than me. So she started acting kind of weird. But other than that, it was cool.
I think the first time I got sexually harassed was not even like work. I was like in middle school. This girl, she was this tall black girl. She would follow me. She wasn't in any of my classes, but she would come to my class. And one time in reading class, she pushed me down this beanbag chair, was all up on top of me, grinding me.
Yeah.
That was probably no, man. First time I was sexually harassed was like first grade. No, the first time I was sexually harassed was like preschool.
Right.
I was nap time.
You know what, nigga? I think we've been through a lot of the similar situations because I've
my whole life
been through that. And actually, man, I was kind of sexually harassed at my cardiologist appointment the other day. Like, I go to see my male doctor, and he wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not gonna lie, she was kind of sexy. And that's crazy too. Like, oh, you don't mind being sexually harassed as long as she look good. But nigga, I come in and she just comes in and she like just stops and looks at me. She's like, wow, you have really beautiful eyes, right? I said, oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So she's asking me these questions about my blood pressure medication, my heart medication, since I had my heart attack, how my heart been and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And she just comes up to me and she just rubs on my leg and she's just like staring like right in my eyes.
Oh.
And I was like, she's like, and I had a shirt on of me when I was younger and me hugging my dad. And she's like, you know, your eyes hasn't changed at all.
Uh-huh.
And she just like staring. It made me feel really, really fucking uncomfortable.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, she's a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I could really, you know, say something. But then it gets to that whole double standard shit. Like, you're a man, she's a woman. Did this really happen the way that you're saying it happened?
Yeah. Maybe you're reading it the wrong way, or she wanted. It's not fair, man. Sometimes
it's really not. But I don't really feel like it's ever going to change, because even though most women nowadays are very, very masculine, they have very masculine energy. Like, and they say that black men are too aggressive. It's just like, even if you're trying to protect yourself from certain situations, you're going to be looked at a certain type of way.
Yeah, and some girls like that aggressive shit. It's like hard to tell.
Yeah, they do. But also that can turn into some shit. And I feel like if you're a laid back, I don't like those titles, alpha male, beta male, because I feel like if you got to call yourself an alpha male, you a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a real nigga, you ain't got to say all that. But if you look at this Johnny Depp situation, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Depp is listening to like the recordings and shit like that. And just when he was in court, he just seemed like he was just like really tired of it and didn't really want to deal with it. She was the aggressor in the situation. And she even said it like, I hit you, I punch you, I beat your ass, and you just walk away.
Right.
It like listening to that recording, she wanted him to like be aggressive and hit her. I think that would have turned her on.
You think so?
I
haven't heard.
So.
I don't know.
Nigga,
maybe
I was
it's a
at
setup.
work yesterday. It was a 53-minute like conversation of them just talking and her admitting of throwing vases and pots and pans and like it was one point in the conversation, dog, where she admitted that she got mad because he was over his neighbor's house too long. Mm-hmm. So he comes back, she gets mad, and they was arguing, and she just fucking punched the nigga in his face. I'm just trying to figure out, how long were they together? I don't know. I know they got married back in 2016, I think. Okay. 2015, 2016. Why did he stay with her if all this shit was happening? Like, what made him stay with her as long as he did if she's being so violent and kind of trying to push him to beat her up? I feel like, and I don't know if you watched any of the court case, but I feel like he really fucked with her, though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he really loved her, and he really would just like, yo, I'm going to try to fix it. I'm just going to walk away. You also got to understand some of this shit comes from like deep-rooted shit that you grew up on. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he saw his mom get abused or his dad get abused, and that's just, and that person, either his dad or his mom, didn't leave right away. Right. And sometimes when you get in those type of relationships, like, you feel like you can fix the person. Yeah. You know? Maybe that shit didn't happen like initially. It was like down the line and it was in too deep. Nah, nigga. No? I'm telling you, nigga, if you listen to the recording, like, they both said that she was beating his ass and spitting on him and shit before they even got married. Well, that's crazy. Yeah, what? But look, though, like, listening to that, I don't know what type of relationships that you've been in, my nigga, but listening to that shit kind of like fucked me up a little bit. I wasn't crying in them, but I was like, damn, hearing somebody else go through that shit is kind of crazy because, like, you know, being in a relationship sometimes, man, like, where old girl just start acting real fucking crazy and you, like, just, like, walk away, go to the gym, like, at your apartment complex or whatever, and she, like, fucking follows you and tries to, like, really, and she's the violent one. And it's, like, the first time you get, like, your pinky and you just tap her. Like, you know, like, that's the type of shit that I've dealt with in different relationships. And I'm just like, and that's another thing. It's a double standard. Yeah. A woman will beat the shit out of your ass. Then the first time you just grab her, then it could be out in public. Yeah. They did it. What's it called? I think it was a show called What Would You Do? Yeah. And we had these different scenarios. And it was a woman beating the shit out of a dude. And everybody's just like laughing and pointing and just walking by shaking their head. Yeah. But as soon as he fought back, like everybody, men and women, got up and they grabbed him. Yeah. It got to a point where the producers of the show had to come and say, it's a show. Oh. We're just seeing it. And they asked him up. And they asked them. They asked the people. They was like, well, these are the same couples. When you saw her hitting him, you didn't do anything. Yeah. But when you saw him about to hit her, well, he's a man. He's not supposed to. Like, well, we were always told you're supposed to keep your hands to yourself, period. Yeah. So why is it wrong for him to protect himself? But it's the thing, like, a man is perceived to be strong and going to the protector, and he's going to be able to produce more damage to a female versus the female. Like, she's harmless little, you know, snowflake or whatever. So delicate. And she hitting you is not going to really hurt. But if you hit her, you can, like, nigga, have you ever kill her, punched or slapped in your face by your significant other? No. You've never got hit at all? No. And I'm telling you, man, when these bitches is mad, nigga. Maybe pushed. When these bitches is mad, that shit hurt. I had one motherfucker slap the shit out of me. Like, she hit me so hard, her hand started bleeding. God damn. And I just sat for a second. I'm like, I can really just give this bitch one good push. And I was like, damn, I ain't trying to go to jail. Right. But it is a double standard, and I just, it has to change, but I don't ever think it's going to change. To get back to what we was first talking about before we segue into this, there is a lot of information out there about Meg Thee Stallion. There's a lot of information about her being a drunk, other failed relationships, how she handles Carl Crawford and stuff like that. She plays the victim. She's really fucked up friendships. but she has a big powerhouse behind her.
Yeah.
She's pretty when she doesn't wear all that makeup, and she has a real fat, juicy ass. And I feel like that's really going to help her.
It helps. It
Tory
does.
Lanez is a
he has none of those things.
Little tiny short dude with alopecia, makes really good music, and I feel like
Alopecia.
and she has a really big powerhouse behind her.
True.
As far as Rock Nation,
yeah, they're gonna try to protect their assets.
The shit comes out that she lied. No, okay, I'm gonna ask you a scenario.
Okay,
the shit comes out. He's found not guilty. And it's just, they have damning evidence that text messages and video footage of just Meg lying, like straight up lying, admitting that she lied.
Uh-huh.
Personally, I feel like it's still not going to affect her in any negative way. The only thing that will affect her, it's not going to affect her at all. I think the only thing that will affect her is she's not going to win the sympathy awards that she's been winning, because her music really doesn't sell like that. You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't getting these awards until she supposedly got shot in those hoofs that she has.
She doesn't have a high enough. She doesn't have a higher place to fall, so I guess it won't impact her as bad as like somebody a higher stature, like Beyonce lying about Jay-Z shooting her in the foot. Right. That would be like, that would kill her, I think.
Right.
Versus Meg, I don't think you're right. But I think it will affect her. I do.
But you know how though? Like
I think it'll just affect her image. I don't know if it's going to affect anything other than that, but her image will be affected.
Right. Yeah, I guess her image would be affected, but all she really does is twerk anyway. So I don't know. Maybe she'll twerk a little bit more than everybody forget.
Twerk a little harder.
Twerk a little harder. All right. Tory Lanez.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he was blackballed. I mean, everybody was talking shit. I mean, what's his name? Ebro even put out some shit like recently where he's saying he don't fuck with him. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have put out that album about your side of the story. I don't fuck with you. But people are really starting to fuck with him again.
Yeah, I feel like he's okay. I don't feel like he's blackballed anymore.
Yeah, he was. Because I feel like people started really fuck with him again, like after all these things were coming out about her. Yeah. And especially when they said the DNA was found inconclusive.
Right. Like
people really started fucking with him again. And plus you can't really keep a good artist down. Like he makes really good music.
True.
So, all right, Tory. People are already fucking with him again. It's found that she lied. Mm-hmm. It's not going to affect her too much except for her image. How will this affect Tory?
I think it's going to help him. Like, people who were on the fence about him, because a lot of people are like, man, I'm not listening to Tory no more. I think they'll be like, they feel comfortable again fucking with him because he didn't do anything that they thought. So I think it will help him, but not hurt her as much. I think it'll help him more and hurt her a little.
Right. See, and that's not fair.
Yeah, it's not. But
that's not fair. But that's the way it is.
Yeah. But at least he's not just ruined by this shit. It fucked him up, but at least he's not ruined by it because he could just be done. Like niggas just like fuck that nigga. I'm not fucking with him.
Right. I feel like a lot of people are talking about her court case that she has with Carl Crawford. Mm-hmm. That really doesn't change my opinion because record labels always try to get over an artist.
Oh, her deal, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like she was in the wrong by trying to just throw out some bullshit and go to Rock Nation?
Man, I mean,
I don't listen to her music anyway.
I don't know, man. It's hard for me to make an opinion about that because I'm not sure really how it all played out, and these niggas get fucked over on their record deals all the time, and I kind of side with the artists when it comes to that, trying to get their money the right way and trying to get paid what they deserve. So I think I lean with her on that. I think I do.
Right. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the comments below.
No, wait.
Okay.
Let's talk about something real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Because a friend Christian.
Okay.
Brought up a question about work and how would you feel about having your significant other having work friends or male friends at work and that veering outside of work. How would you feel about that? If you had a dude that she knew was like she was cool with and he wanted to hang out with her outside of work.
That's a no-go for me.
Why?
And I guess I'm just going off of how I feel. And I know a lot of people's not going to agree with me. Men and women can't be friends. Mm-hmm. And the reason I say they can't be friends because male and females are naturally attracted to each other, right?
True.
And when you become friends with somebody, you share things with them.
Right.
And being a man, I know that eventually, like, let's take I'm not married, right? Uh-huh. And let's just have a regular conversation.
Yeah.
If I know that I'm having a conversation with old girl, and I'm telling her certain things, she's telling me certain things, we're hanging outside of work, maybe a little weed is involved, a little liquor is involved, she's vulnerable about situation, I'm vulnerable. Eventually, the woman's going to use some vulnerable shit to try to get to you, and you're going to use that shit to get to her, and it can turn crazy. And it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. So I really do think that the whole work husband, work wife shit is bullshit, and I don't agree with it.
I agree with you 100%. Like, you at work, you spend probably most of the time at work. So you telling me you want to have a friend who you spend most of your time with at work, and then you're going to go outside of work and spend time with them. And of course, like you say, they're going to be there, and they're going to be there when you're vulnerable and all that stuff. And then at that right moment, things can happen. You may have the best intentions in the world as the female, have the best intentions in the world, don't want to cheat or nothing like that. But the dude, he's got different plans in mind. He's not there to just be your friend. Even if that's what he said.
No, fucking women are like that too. Sometimes women have the most fucked up shit in mind.
True.
Be like, you know what? I'm going to get this nigga.
That's true.
He comes into work every day. He sits and talks to me, and I know his wife ain't giving them to him like this, so I'm going to try to fuck that nigga.
That's true. That's a whole nother side of the ball. But if you if you were talking about you got a nice, sweet, innocent girl who's naive about some shit,
right?
And she might get, entangled in some shit, perhaps.
Yes. And you know what, man? Like, let's just take everything I just said out of it right now, right? Mm-hmm. We are in 2022 where bitches embrace whole culture. Nobody has any morals anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just about everybody's wanting for the streets. You have Karine Superhead Steffens out there right now saying that, hey, you're a woman, you're allowed to be a slut.
Superhead's at the door. Hold on, guys. Don't let your girl have any work friends that are men, because in the end, they're going to try to fuck your girl. That's just the moral of the story. Dudes are going to try to fuck your girl. Don't trust them. Don't matter what they fucking say. Don't trust them.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to veer off for a second. Right. So one of my kids are not here, and one of their friends came and knocked on the door. Mm-hmm. Parents are fucking ass nowadays.
Okay.
Like, nigga, I'm serious. It was Sunday. Like, I'm at home just chilling. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker came and knocked on the door at 7:30 in the morning in the rain. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck is at my door? I go downstairs, and it wasn't this past Sunday. I forget. It was like not that long ago. I come downstairs, and I'm like, yo, what's up, little man? He said, can I come out and play?
Damn, it's early.
And I was like, I just looked around him like, dog, you're drenched in rain. Like, you're soaked. It's raining, and it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, wow.
Right? Second little thing that happened, it was a little boy directly across the street, right? So I'm about to take my kids to a trampoline park, and they're telling him, hey, Asher, like, we're about to go. You have to go home. And his mom is just standing right outside of her house, just staring. She sees all my kids. My wife is in the car, and she's just standing. The little boy's standing right behind the car. Mm-hmm. I swear to God. And I'm just looking at her. I'm like, come and get this little nigga. She comes over and says, hey, where are you guys going? He said you were going to a trampoline park. So he really wants to go. Now, look, this is what you got to understand. I know you got a son, right?
Yeah.
I've never said anything to this bitch. I've never met. I don't know the bitch name. I don't even know the little motherfucker's name. I just made that shit up. Like, I don't even know who the fuck she is.
Just let him go, though.
And she's just like, he really wants to go.
Wow.
And I'm just like,
you don't know what the fuck I'm about.
I don't know you.
Right.
I don't know this. I know he's the fucking demon child. But, like, I don't fucking know you. So you're willing to put your little demon child in my car and have me fucking take him to a fucking trampoline park when I don't fucking know you. This little nigga is outside. His parents are never outside. This little nigga, like, my kids have to walk him home. You know what I'm saying? It's like parents don't give a fuck nowadays.
You call him a demon child. It answers everything. Because apparently they're trying to get rid of his ass.
Oh, yeah. He's a little demon.
Like, whatever. Demon. Go away.
Yeah, nigga.
Hope you get lost.
Yeah, but look, parents is different now, man. But look, man, this wasn't about bashing anybody. We were just saying how it's a double standard and how, as a man, you're supposed to just deal with certain shit that a woman shouldn't have to deal with. And sometimes a woman's in the wrong, but a man is supposed to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going through a similar situation now, but we ain't got to get into that. But we are going to play some sleepers.
Yeah.
All right. The first sleeper is from Tory Lanez.
Oh, speaking of.
And the song is called I Like.
I Like.
Here we go.
Exclusive.
He likes the way I eat down. She likes the way I put me down.
Yeah. Tab for the bad little bitches in the city and it's all on me. Time no time when the love so blind that you're all I can see. Know the night won't be the same if you don't leave with me. Ass up, head down, every time you dress down, no I like it. 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 Good ass girl in the bad ass city, got the itty bitty titty, but the ass come with it. Got you hoping that a flash come with it. Looking single in the club, but you hoping that a man don't get it. And she pulling up late night, no tease, play fight, big jaw, gray white, fuck to the daylight, put her to sleep, cause I don't need no Xan. If she fucking with me, then she gon' need both hands, yeah. Big penthouse, spend another 10,000, nothing getting raked out, money getting sent out. Good brain, good head, get the sense out. Then I make it rain in the bed, pull the tent out. She likes the way I put shit down, and I likes the way I ain't gotta call her whenever I'm in town, but she know when to pull up on the block, throw the hood up. The Bucktown boy, wood grain with the foot up. Call me when you need somebody to work on that body the way that it should've. Yeah, I pull up AM, scotch color gray bands, whole room darker than Ray-Bans, and I'm...
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was I Like by Tory Lanez. Now, I switched it up. We are going to play Malice at the Palace by Ryan Blades.
Okay.
Philly, what up? 38 in the trunk, but I don't glorify it. Cause when the cops pulled me over, dog, I was horrified. And when the law took my mother, man, I was mortified. I'm drowning all my pain in the jury jackets and Jordan 5s.
Pairs, I got 4 to 5. Whips 2 to 4. Gold in the safe, but shit, that ain't for you to know. OJ with a knife. After Ray with the Sprite. Got your babe for the knife. Pussy juice on my Hugo.
Condo worth about a few Hugh blows. But wouldn't you know? Assume though, we bringing destruction like we were dark side. Mixed with Saw 5, we don't talk lies. His car drives, white drippy paint, black tints. Look like apartheid.
Far side, passing you by. That's a V8. Project Pat thumping the trunk, sounding like 3/8.
In the lack, pumping the pump like it's a 3/8. pockets fat, up in the cut. I got a mean scrape. We don't start no trouble, but we got mobster ties. I listen when y'all be rapping. I hear a lot of lies. Serve it chilled, need 9 ounces of Moscato wine. While we breaking bread over dinner, I ordered lobster fries. I made a knot through my business, and it ain't pocket size. I tried to fit it and made it look like my pockets wide. I need the 4-door Porsche, don't want the boxer kind. While y'all be capping on socials, you need to stop it, 5. They like, who that? Nigga, we that. Boy, that gun big and they'll fire it off for 3 stacks. Shooter got a son, he don't wanna be moving G-packs. Put the strap down for some years, he had to relapse. He's sick of crime and he wanna start moving legally. A law-abiding citizen, carry yourself with decency. He got 2 strikes, can't get a job to feed his son. Where we from, it's harder to get a job than to feed your gun. Yeah, this shit feel right here. This shit feel like it was Malice in the Palace.
Hold up. Thanks for listening, everybody. We're going to get one more question. All
right.
Because Pusha's dropping. I know you heard the Malice song, No Malice and Pusha song at the end of that joint.
Yeah.
And you've heard a No Malice song on the I Know Nego joint, right?
Right.
Those are both hard. Do you think they're going to make an album, like another last album?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because there was a time when Malice first went the like gospel and shit, like I follow him and he was always talking about the Bible and all. He doesn't really do that anymore. And he said he wasn't going to rap anymore and do this.
Yeah.
But he was talking plug talk and drug talk.
And he said bitch. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's I guess I don't want to call him a fake Christian, but I guess it wasn't as lucrative. And maybe losing his parents put him in a certain zone.
True.
And I feel like it's about to get real.
Yeah.
It's about to get real.
I hope so. I really want one. One more. All right, y'all.
It's coming. He said it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We out.
Until next time. Until next hour. Oh, shit.
Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And until then, be safe.
What happened to that boy?